So hello everyone, good afternoon to all. Just confirm me once in the chat box on YouTube that sir my voice is audible, so that we can start our discussion on a very important, very special topic, that is 56th GST Council Meeting. Sir, today we have a very important, a very special topic, that is 56th GST Council Meeting. Okay, and the changes, the specific effects. Okay, yes, sir. Today we are connecting through the YouTube platform. Okay, so I request each one of you, those who are live, okay, make this session as interactive as interesting. Okay, so this is completely in your hand. Chat box is completely yours. If you have any query, any concern, you can put it in the chat box. Okay, we'll take your queries. Now sir, today 56th GST Council Meeting, we have a session. Okay, as this 56th GST Council Meeting is very important. Reason being, sir, all the past council meetings may be important for the trade, may be important for the industry, may be important for the professional, for the taxpayers. But now this time, this council meeting is very important for each and every segment, for each and every segment. Okay, that means a household, a housewife is also affected from this 56th GST Council Meeting. A businessman is also affected from 56th GST Council Meeting. A student is also affected from 56th GST Council Meeting, and professional like you and me are also affected from this 56th GST Council Meeting. So this become very special as well as very essential for us to know the update about the 56th GST Council Meeting. Okay, today I will not take your much more time. Will conclude my session in 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, so I request each one of you once, sir, be there for the next 45 to 50 minutes. If it is possible for you, then just share the link of this video with your other professional friends and other professional groups, so that all can join this session and learn something special related to the 56th GST Council Meeting. Okay, sir, our session will be completely based on practical approach. No theoretical concept will be there. I will guide you that what is the provision and what will be the provision. Okay, that is what is the thing we'll do. I am not going to focus on the rate rationalization, the changes in the rate, because this is merely a specific list which we need to go through. That last time the current rate is 12%, the future rate will be 5%, not at all. Okay, so we'll discuss the effect. The mode of communication of this session will be English language. There may be chances of one or two examples we'll take in Hindi, but we'll convert into English for your comfort as well. Okay, sir, one more request from my side. If it is possible for you, then just keep one notebook, pen, paper with you, so that you found any special important point through this discussion, then you can make note of that. Okay, and sir, don't take any burden. Feel free, एकदम relax होकर के हमको बैठना है, because we'll discuss with the practical examples only. Okay, so एकदम feel free होके हमको बैठना है. And I request each one of you, sir, chat box is yours again, I am saying. So if you have any query, any concern, any special point, you can make note of the same in the chat box. We'll take your queries. Sir, once let me know you all are ready for the discussion on 56th GST Council Meeting. Sir, I just want to show, or I just want to see your excitement in the chat box on YouTube. Sir, you all are ready for the discussion on 56th GST Council Meeting. Now, sir, due to this 56th GST Council Meeting, one thing which I want to share with you here, that is really very important and very special, that whether the particular rate change will affect the industry, will affect the costing, will affect the price or not. Okay, why I am saying, because there is one concern in my mind related to the anti-profiting. We all know that the sunset timeline is going on for the anti-profiteering right now. Okay, that means when the government announces the rate cut, whether the same will affect the cost for the consumer, for the end consumer, whether the benefit of rate cut will be reached to the end consumer, or the benefit will avail by the end consumer or not, that is what is the biggest question. Okay, और कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है companies are going to raise the prices and the last final price will be same. Okay, whether this particular rate revision or rate rationalization is useful for the trade and industry or for the end consumer, that is what is also a very important question. Okay, also when the government is going to impose the rate rationalization, the rate changes from 22nd of September 2025, what will happen about the inventory which is there in the stock? What will happen regarding the input tax credit? What will happen regarding the refund in case of inverted duty structure if the business falls right now? So a lot of questions are there in mind. Yes, definitely this rate rationalization is very helpful in the economic development, in the simplification of GST, but yes, a lot of concerns are also there. We need to take care of that. Okay, sir, I am always saying that if you are merely filing the GST return, if you are merely handling the compliances, if you are merely filing the 9 and 9C, then the future of GST will be very difficult for you. Because government has also announced in the 56th GST Council meeting GST 2.0. And when they uses the word GST 2.0, that means they are planning for the automated return filing and automated compliances. So you can think at your end that if you are merely dealing with the return filings, in that case, what will be the future? So you should ready for the technical analysis, for the fundamental analysis, for the term analysis under GST. That will be the future. Then only you will be survive in the market. Okay. So this session today we are conducting with technical approach, with practical examples. Okay, what will be the effect of ITC, what will be the effect of multiple things which is there due to this 56th GST Council meeting. I will try and I will guide you regarding the matters. Okay, so let's start our discussion on this 56th GST Council meeting. I am just going to share the presentation of this 56th GST Council meeting on the screen. Okay, and sir, I request each one of you make this session interactive, interesting. Okay, this will be the very special session for all of us, and we will make a memory through this specific 56th GST Council meeting session. Okay, so first I am going to share with you the mechanism that how we are going to learn the special effect of 56th GST Council meeting. So what we'll do, we have each and every topic, point wise topic. Okay, we'll take one by one the point. Okay, we'll also cover the current provision which is there in law. Then after we'll cover the consequences of current provision. Okay, then after we'll move to the 56th GST Council meeting recommendation. Then after we'll know the effect of the 56th GST Council meeting, that is effect of the proposed amendment. And then after we'll make our analysis very simple with the help of example. That is what is the flow for each and every amendment. So you can say this PDF file, this discussion is also based on technical approach, because we are not merely covering the theoretical point. We'll cover what is right now, what will be future, what is the consequences of current provision, and what will be the benefits of future, so that we can guide our client as well. We can use it in our day-to-day presentation, day-to-day preparation for the GST practice as well. Okay, so let's start this 56th GST Council meeting discussion with Sachin Jain. Okay, current provision, sir. Omission of section number 13, subsection 8, subclause number B, that is intermediary services. What do you mean by intermediary services? If a person is going to act as a bridge between the supplier and between the recipient of service, in that case, that person will be called as intermediary. Okay, a very special concept of section number 14 of IGST Act, if you remember, that is online information and data retrieval and access services. Okay, This is also a part of that, that is intermediary services, or this is also linked with that. So we can say in case of intermediary services, one person is going to act as a bridge between the supplier and between the recipient of service. So in that case, the point and the concern is that when the person is acting as an intermediary, as per section number 13 subsection 8 subclause number B, is specifying that when a person is playing the role of an intermediary, at that time the place of supply will be treated as the location of supplier only, as the location of supplier only. That means in each and every scenario when a person is acting as an intermediary, suppose I am acting as an intermediary and I am providing my services to a person who is there in foreign, but due to this specific clause of section 18 subsection 8 subclause number B, there is one specific thing that the same will be treated as location of supplier only. Due to that, each and every time when I am providing my service, I have to charge CGST and SGST. Okay, but there was one dispute. That dispute is that, sir, as an intermediary, when I am providing the service to my foreign client, foreign client, at the same time, the same should be treated as export, and I should avail the benefits of export. But the section number 13 subsection 8 subclause number B is going to impose a restriction, because they have determined the place of supply in case of intermediary services as a location of supplier only. And when they said that it is a location of supplier, then how one can avail the benefits of the special rebates or special relaxation regarding the export? So now government has omitted this specific 13(8)(b), and government said whenever an intermediary is going to provide the service, the location of recipient will be treated as place of supply. And when the intermediary is providing the service to a foreign person, in that case the location of recipient is outside India and amount is going to be received in foreign currency, so the same will qualify the definition of export, and the person can avail the benefits of zero rated supply. The person can avail the benefits of refund as well. So this will be the effect of this specific clause. Okay, so earlier 13(a)(b), 8(b) said intermediary services location of supplier. Okay, always see GST and SGST charge. So what was the consequences of this current provision? Service do not qualify as export. No benefit will be provided on account of zero rated. GST is levied in India. So due to this levy, the price for the foreign recipient is going to be increased. So we were not able to survive in the competitive market as well. Export linked incentives are denied. Heavy litigations and disputes as well. Although in the case, the Bombay High Court has also updated the constitutional validity of section 13 subsection 8 subclause number B. Okay, they said that IGST should be applicable, or IGST Act should be applicable. No CGST or SGST should be levied in case of intermediary services. Now in 56th GST Council meeting, government has omitted section number 13 subsection 8 subclause number B and said now the location of recipient of service will be treated as place of supply. Accordingly, the same will qualify the definition of export and avail the benefits of zero rated supply as well. So this is a very special change which has been proposed in this 56th GST Council meeting. Now, there may be one doubt in your brain, in your mind, that, sir, whether this change will be applicable from retrospective basis or prospective basis. Okay. So whenever there will be a change which is going to be favorable to the taxpayer, at that time the same will be applicable from prospective basis mainly. So in this case also we can say the same is going to be happen. Now this is our responsibility to go for litigation, to prepare the grounds accordingly, that the same benefit should be provided for the previous issues as well. Okay. And now, sir, one thing, if you will check YouTube and if you will check multiple social media platform, you will find multiple videos like 56th GST Council meeting analysis. But sir, the 56th GST Council meeting analysis is not possible right now. We all are just providing the explanation of the 56th GST Council meeting recommendations. because analysis will only possible when the government is going to issue the notifications. Okay, so now which we are going to understand, that is the basics of this 56th GST Council meeting, the recommendations in simplified language. Okay, in future when the government is going to release the notifications, at that time we'll come up with a very special workshop. Okay, and we'll cover all the effect of the notifications as well in our session. Okay, that also we are going to do, but for now we are just going to provide you the explanation of the recommendations, because government has announced multiple things, but what will be the effect, how these things is going to be happen, that we can understand with the reference of notifications only. But sir, this session is also very important, because through this particular basic understanding we will be in a situation to deeply analyze the notifications when government is going to issue. Okay, so basic understanding is also required for that. So proposed amendment, the effect will be export benefit to Indian intermediaries, make intermediary service to foreign client eligible for export, cost cutting for foreign recipients. Okay, litigation is going to reduced, so a lot of benefits also there due to this specific change in section number 18 subsection number 8 subclause number B, that is intermediary. Okay, sir, the first concept related to intermediary is okay for everyone? Just let me know once in the chat box. Sir, if you are enjoying the session, if you are really gaining the points, then I request please comment in the chat box that yes, you are enjoying the session, you are learning in a different way. That is what is the motive of this session. Now next point, that is related to discount. You and me all are very much concerned about the term discount. Discount means when the taxpayer is going to provide a benefit to the recipient. Okay, and the taxpayer, that is the supplier, is going to reduce the outward supply and output tax. We can say that is what is the example of discount. Okay, many reasons are there for the credit note, but discount is also one reason for the credit notes. The taxpayer, the supplier, is going to issue the credit note. Okay, now one point was there, that if you are going to record that discount at the time of invoice, in the invoice itself, or before the supply, then it is completely okay. And also if you have decided the terms related to discount at the time of supply and before supply, then also it is completely okay. You can issue the GST related credit note on account of the discount. That means the supplier can reduce the outward supply, supplier can reduce the output tax as well. But one point was there in this section number 15 subsection 3, that if the discount term has been decided post supply, that is called as post sales discount, then you will not be eligible to reduce the output tax. You can merely reduce your outward supply, and financial and commercial credit note can be issued on that account. Okay? GST related adjustment will not be there. Now many tax professionals has argued of this specific clause as well, because as per Indian Contract Act, that contract may be written or may be oral. Oral contract is also considered as contract, valid contract, we can say. So in that case, when we are saying that post sales discount, at this time one point of argument was there, sir, we have one oral communication, oral agreement, and as per Indian Contract Act, the same is applicable. That type of ground has been created, and many cases were there in which the Honorable High Court has provided a very favorable decision to the taxpayer. I am always suggesting that, sir, when you are into a practice, or you are into a job, or you are dealing as an indirect taxation associate, indirect taxation expert, at that time you should not only gain the knowledge related to GST, you should focus on the allied laws as well. Because whenever there will be a call for analysis of law, at that time other allied laws plays a very important role, like Evidence Act, like Information Technology Act, like Indian Contract Act. And now Sales of Goods Act is also very important for all of us, because MRP, retail price, valuation, a lot of things is going to be happen from 22nd of September. The press release was very simplified, but the practical implication of the things, when it will be there on 22nd of September, then you and me, all will be there. And believe me, a lot of litigations will be there with regard to the RSP, MRP, with regard to the valuation, with regard to the specific inventory valuation, ITC transfer. And if you merely have the clerical knowledge, we will not be able to survive in the market. For that purpose, we should gain the technical knowledge. Okay. So this 15 section number, post sales discount oral agreement, was also agreement. That was a very debatable point. But now in this 56th GST Council meeting, government has given a clarity that, sir, now onwards, okay, we are just going to provide you a benefit that if the terms of discount has been decided post supply, then also you can issue the credit note with effect to GST. That means no restrictions regarding the determination of discount, regarding the providing the timeline for the discount. You can decide it pre-sales, post-sales, both will be treated as discount, and you can issue the GST related credit note. But one concern is there. That is, when you are issuing the credit note, on account of discount, you should take care that your recipient has reversed the input tax credit on account of the credit note. The effective amendment in section number 34 has also been proposed. Now, sir, point is that in this change, we have one favorable point, one adverse point. Favorable point is that government is saying you can avail the benefits of discount pre-sales and post-sales. You can reduce your outward supply output tax. The adverse point is that you should take care that your recipient has reversed the input tax credit. Sir, as we all are already very disturbed due to a specific clause of GSTR 2B that, sir, our supplier has filed the return, paid the taxes, the same is reflected, the person is not involved in any fraudulent activities. I was take care of my supplier. Now I also need to take care of my recipient, that recipient has reversed the input tax credit or not. So this will be a very trouble oriented situation for all of us regarding the discount. Okay. So in this particular section number 15 and section number 34, the change is that earlier post sales discount was treated for the credit note without effect of GST, but now government is saying yes, you can go for a credit note with effect of GST in case of post sales discount as well. The point is only that you should take care that your recipient has reversed the input tax credit. Okay. So this is also a very special change which is there through the 56th GST Council meeting, which is proposed through the 56th GST Council meeting. Now, sir, refund in case of zero rated supply and refund in case of inverted duty structure. Government is saying that you can claim 90% provisional refund. Sir, this provision was earlier also there regarding the provisional refund in case of the zero rated supply, you can claim. Okay. 54(6) was there. But now government is saying you will be eligible to claim the refund 90% provisionally on the basis of system driven risk based assessment. Okay. Your file will not assign to any jurisdictional officer. It will be automatically passed in case of zero rated supply, export or special economic zone. The concern is only that they are going for a system driven risk evaluation for sanction of the 90% provisional refund. Now you can say, sir, what do you mean by this system driven risk evaluation? Sir, the concern and the point is that regarding the system driven risk evaluation, as we all know, now the GST, the income tax, the corporate, the credit card related statements, all are linked with each other. And government has the complete data about you. Government knows about you more than you. Okay. So through these parameters, through these specific equipment, through these specific IT tools, government is going to decide the risk evaluation through the system generated reports. And based on that report, they will provide you a provisional refund. The purpose of this provisional refund is to provide you the flow of the working capital. Because in any business, the working capital plays a very important role. And if I want to file a manual application, or if I want to file an application before the jurisdictional officer through GST and common portal, then application is going to be assigned with the officer and a lot of things will be there. But now, as the same is system driven risk evaluation, so it will be very easy. But now the thing which we need to see, that how it is going to be implemented, that is what is the question. Okay, because we all know that how the refund is going to be passed. So now in case of system driven and provisional refund, what will be happen? That will be a very specific thing. So the same amendment, the same changes has been proposed in case of zero rated supply, and the same is there in case of inverted duty structure as well. So this complete PDF file is designed with a very special technique, that first we have given the old provision, then we have given the effect, then we have given the new provision and the benefits of the provision. Okay. So when you will receive this PDF file, I request each one of you just go through with the PDF file once. Okay. Because everything is covered in a very simplified way. And I am also going to cover the same in my deliberation in a simplified way. So when you will go through with the book, it will be very easy for you to understand the things. Okay. Fifth point, GST refund on account of low value export consignments. Sir, we all know there were one provision as per section number 54 subsection 14, that if the amount is less than 1000 rupees per tax head, in that case you will not be eligible to file a refund application. Now the concern is that there may be chances of many low value items on which the tax amount is also less. Due to that, the person is not eligible to avail the refund because the value is less than 1000 rupees, and due to these small consignments, there may be chances of blockage of very huge amount of working capital. So in the 56th GST Council meeting, government has made a change. Government has proposed a change that we are going to remove the restrictions of 1000 rupees. Now you can claim the refund for 100 rupees as well. So it will benefit to the taxpayer who are into the low value export consignment. They will be eligible to avail the benefits of refund on account of the export. Okay. So this is also a change which is there regarding the low value export. Now, if your client is involved in these type of things, then yes, you can avail the benefit. You can suggest our client as well. Okay, that yes, this is a benefit for you. Sir, GST registration scheme simplified. Government is saying within 3 days we'll provide you the refund. We'll provide you the registration. Refund also they are going to provide in case of provisional refund, but in case of registration, they are saying that yes, you will be eligible for a simplified GST registration scheme. Now, as we all know that for taking a GST registration, a lot of issues are there. It may take 1 month. Departmental authority may select your case for the physical verification, may select for the biometric authentication, may select for the site visits, may issue the so-cause notice. Then after you have to provide the reply, then there may be chances that departmental authority is going to consider your contention or not. So you can say a lot of issues are there regarding GST registration. Now, we all know for running the business is easy, but for taking the GST registration is difficult in many situations, in many scenarios. Now government has come up with a specific clause regarding the simplifications of GST registration, and this is really a very important change. Okay, government is saying that yes, now you can take the GST registration within 3 days. No manual verification, no physical site visits, no delays, no burden, and the same will be effective from 1st of November 2025. Taxpayer, those classified as a low risk, they will be eligible for the benefit of this type of registrations. Now again, there may be one question that how government is going to identify regarding the risk parameters. So for that purpose, they have multiple permutation and combinations. They can easily find out your risk score, like your credit card score. Okay, And in that case also government has imposed a restriction that if you are taking the GST registration within 3 days, the automated GST registration process, in that case your monthly output liability for a specific period will not exceed 2,50,000 rupees. Your liability should not exceed 2,50,000 rupees, because sir, if government is not going to impose these type of condition, then there may be chances that multiple persons has take the GST registration to transfer the fake input tax credit, to merely transfer the input tax credit without movement of goods, paper transactions you can say. Hence government has imposed this specific condition that if you are going to avail the benefits of automated registration, then this will be the restrictions on your output tax for certain amount of time. This particular mechanism is going to be implemented from 1st of November 2025. A very special change. Sir, you all are getting my points now? You all are getting the points? Are you in view that this session will be helpful for you? Okay. Simplified GST registration mechanism for e-commerce operators, small suppliers through e-commerce operator. Sir, I request each one of you, those who are there live on the YouTube, just once comment me in the chat box that yes, you are enjoying. Okay, because the point is that the benefit of this session is only when you all will get the fundamentals, you all will get the things, you all are enjoying the learning. Okay, that is what is the purpose. So I request each one of you, those who are there on the YouTube, if you are availing the benefits of learning something with respect to this 56th GST Council meeting, please put your comments. Okay, now a special thing for the small suppliers, they are making the supply through the e-commerce operator. Okay, now the point is that we know very well that nowadays many household persons, many household ladies as well, selling the goods through the e-commerce operator platforms. You can say they are selling through the Amazon, through Meesho, through Flipkart. Okay, and there is requirement in case of small suppliers through e-commerce operator, they have to take the registration in different states, and there is requirement of physical place of business. And as we all know, to maintain the physical place of business, it is quite difficult and quite crucial as well. It will also increase the cost, it will also increase the burden itself. And as they are selling the goods, they are supplying the goods as a household, as a small trader through the e-commerce operator platform. Okay, so they require certain simplifications. And if government is providing a specific thing that no requirement to maintain the physical principal place of business in each state, then yes, it will affect the cost. It will give the benefit to the small taxpayers, small suppliers as well. Hence, in this 56th GST Council meeting, government has proposed that if you are a small supplier and you are selling the goods through the e-commerce operator platform, then if you are supposed to take the GST registration in multiple places, multiple states, in that case, no requirement of physical place of business. Government is coming with something related to virtual business place. To conduct your business virtually from that particular place, you can register accordingly. So this will also give you a benefit. Sir, a specific change. Because we all know in case of e-commerce operator, multiple persons are providing or supplying the goods or services, they require this type of relief. So this is also a very specific change. Sir, Rakesh sir, regarding this 2.5 lakh output tax liability, just wait for the notification. When government is going to issue the notification, at that time they will come up with opt-in or opt-out facilities as well. Okay, and while taking the GST registration, they will also enable the option that is you want to go for automated GST registration or not. Okay, that we have to select, and then after the complete procedure is going on. Okay, so I request, as I have already convey this specific thing in the beginning of the session, that sir, now today in this session we are just covering the basics explanation of this 56th GST Council meeting. No one is able to provide the analysis of 56th GST Council meeting. Just wait for the notifications. when the notifications will come, will plan a detailed workshop, will incorporate the particular basics with the effect, with the analysis, and with the changes which will be there. Okay, so we should wait for the notification. Now government has just given a mirror. Okay, now we just need to check what are the there in this particular mirror that will be shared through the notification. सो थोड़ा सा वेट हमको जो है नोटिफिकेशंस के लिए भी करना पड़ेगा, सो दैट वी कैन गेट द पॉइंट्स इन अ वेरी वेल मैनर. ओके, नाउ कुछ और भी यहां पर की रिकमेंडेशंस है. देयर आर सर्टेन अदर की रिकमेंडेशंस एज वेल, एंड दैट प्लेज आल्सो अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. ओके, till now we have covered total 7 points. Now we have certain specific recommendations. First one is related to specified premises. Government has provided a clarification regarding the specified premises. इस 56th GST काउंसिल मीटिंग ने गवर्नमेंट ने यहां पर स्पेसिफाइड प्रमाइसेस के टर्म को क्लैरिफाई किया है. गवर्नमेंट ने बोला है कि साहब रेस्टोरेंट के केस में you will not be eligible to opt for 18% with input tax credit. That 18% with input tax credit will only be in case of specified premises, and government has defined the specified premises at hotel plus restaurant. If there will be a merely standalone restaurant, the same cannot be classified as a specified premises, and the same will not be eligible for the 18% GST with input tax credit. A very specific thing which we need to keep in our mind, because कई सारे रेस्टोरेंट वाले हैं जो हमारे ऑफिस में आते हैं और पूछते हैं क्या मैं 18% GST चार्ज कर सकता हूं, whether I will be eligible to charge 18% GST or not, whether I will be eligible to claim input tax credit. So यहाँ पर एक clarification नहीं था regarding the term specified premises, but now in this 56th GST Council meeting, government ने specified premises को clarify कर दिया. Next, GST Appellant Tribunal. A very specific thing, because we all know a lot of matters are pending for the litigation because there is no GST Appellant Tribunal, and we all are waiting for the GST Appellant Tribunal to file the appeals. Okay, and sir, this is also a very good area of the opportunity for all of us, because when the litigation will be there, we will be in a situation to analyze the law, to analyze the term, to analyze the differences as well. So first thing which I am going to share with you, that is you should ready yourself for the technical, for the fundamental, for the evaluation of the law, so that we can survive in front of GST Appellant Tribunal. Okay, now this GST Appellant Tribunal is going to operational from September 2025. Although in the press release government has only mentioned September, okay, but I presume that it's September 2025. Government said that hearing is going to be start from December 2025. Again, government has mentioned only December. There were no 2025 was there. Okay, and cutoff date for filing the backlog appeal will be 30th June 2026. Now, practically these dates are next to impossible, because still the formation, the constitution of Appellant Tribunal is pending. Okay, but government has given the dates, so we just need to wait for the dates that they are supposed to accept the appeals from September 2025. There may be chances they are just going to enable the appeal accepting portal through online mechanism. Offline they are going to start after 3 to 4 months. So whatever will be the probability, but in this 56th GST Council meeting they have announced that the Appellant Tribunal is going to be operational from September 2025. Hearings will be started from December 2025, and last date to file the backlog of the appeals will be 30th 6 2026. Amendment to GST valuation rules. Sir, as we all know that government has changed multiple rates for the multiple products. Okay, 18 to 5, okay, or 12 to 18, 28% to 18. Okay, so there is requirement of the changing of the valuation rules in case of lottery tickets as well. As we all know, in case of lottery tickets, there is a provision of 100 divided by 118 multiplied by face value or official gazette, whichever is higher, blah blah blah, that type of provision. So when these type of mechanism is available regarding the valuation, and when there is a change in price, change in rate. So government also need to change something related to the lottery tickets. So government said that will make certain changes in valuation rules as well regarding the lottery tickets. So when the notification will come, we all can get the ideas. Sir, retail sale price in case of the tobacco related products will be introduced. That means your retail sale price will be treated as the transaction value for the purpose of valuation. Now there may be chances that the RSP is 10,000 rupees. Suppose for a specific product, the person is selling as 8,000 rupees, but government is saying that we'll take RSP for valuation. The GST will be applicable on 10,000 rupees. So in that case also, this is also a quite difficult situation. Later on, our tax professionals is also going to represent this matter. But first, government should issue the notification so that we can got a clarity what is going to be happen. Okay, but this RSP based valuation, whether this is sustainable or not, that we need to take care. GST rate changes will be applicable from 22nd of September 2025. That is the first day of Navratri. From this date, the GST rates is going to be changed. Okay, except in case of pan masala and tobacco, because in case of pan masala and tobacco related products, the rate is going to be changed in future when the government is going to issue the notification. The purpose, every state has taken the loan from the government regarding the compensation of the losses. So in that case, when the loan is going to be repaid by the states, then only the revised rate in case of pan masala and tobacco will be applicable. Till now, the same rate is going to be applicable with cess. Okay, that is what is the effect. Now, sir, I will just take your 5 to 7 minutes more, and I am just going to deliberate you something special. Sir, the time of supply. Time of supply is very important now. Okay, if you will check my videos on YouTube, and if you will check the past sessions, if you have taken any session from me, at that time I have given one line that, sir, very soon your reconciliations, your notices on account of input tax credit will be very less, and your notices will be on account of time of supply, value of supply, place of supply, refunds. Sir, now this time is there. As I am just going to give you a hint, a clue that what is going to be happen. Now it's your responsibility how you will ready yourself. Okay, but this is very important, very special. Sir, as government is saying that from 22nd of September, the rate is going to be changed. Okay. Suppose the goods has been supplied on 23rd of September, but invoice and payment has been issued and payment has been received on 21st of September. In that case, whether the old rate or whether the new rate will be applicable, that is what is the question. Suppose the goods has been supplied on 21st of September, the invoice is on 21st of September and payment is on 23rd of September, then what will be the rate which is applicable? So in this scenario, we know the rate will be applicable completely based on time of supply. In section number 14 of IGST Act, in section number 14 of CGST Act, government has given the time of supply in case of change in rate of tax, and they have given two heads: when the supply has been made before change and when the supply has been made after change. In case before change, we have to decide invoice or payment, and accordingly the time of supply is going to be decided, and based on time of supply, the applicable rate is going to be decided. And if the supply has been made after the change in rate, then also I or P, invoice or payment, we have to take care, and accordingly the time of supply and rate will be decided. Think, if someone has not followed the principle of time of supply and directly provided the consultancy to the client that you should apply the new rate from 22nd of September and all the supplies, but as per place of supply, the old rate should be applicable. So in that case, what will happen, sir? After 1 year, after 1.5 years, government will come up with the scrutiny or audits, or at that time they will raise a very huge amount of demand with interest, with penalty, and at that time your client will directly connect with you that, sir, you have handled all the compliances, now why this type of notice is there? So I request, from 22nd of September 2025, whenever you will providing any consultancy to your client regarding the rate application, be careful with respect to the determination of time of supply. Okay, because this plays a very important role. Sir, input tax credit. This is also a very crucial aspect, we can say. ITC. Reason being, many taxpayers are is in view that, sir, suppose the earlier rate was 18%. From 22nd of September, rate will be 5%. So we will be eligible for the inverted duty structure and we can file a refund application. No, not at all. Because this inverted duty structure refund is only applicable when there will be a smooth flow, continue flow, 18.5, then you will be eligible. But if there will be an accumulation of input tax credit due to, if there will be accumulation of input tax credit due to rate revision, you will not be eligible for the inverted duty structure. That point you should keep in your mind, and accordingly we should suggest our clients. Okay, because there is one rumor in the market that yes, will be eligible for the refunds. No, not at all, because inverted duty structure will not be applicable when the accumulation due to rate revision. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, if your product is going to be exempted and another product is tax exempted, we should focus on rule number 42, 43 very carefully. And as we all know, since beginning, a lot of issues are there on rule number 42, 43 itself. If you will check, 70 to 75 professionals are not able to perfectly calculate the reversal as per rule number 42, 43. But now this particular rule become very mandatory. So we should ready for that as well, that we should make the relevant calculations regarding rule number 42 and 43. And also, if the product is completely exempted, then yes, we should take care for the reversal of input tax credit. There may be chances government may come up with the notification regarding the transitional credit and all these things. Okay, so what will be the mechanism? Government also given just one light on the changes which is going to be happen. But now how they are going to happen, for that purpose we also need certain support things, that is called as notifications, clarifications. Okay, and now next 1 to 2 months will be very crucial, and I request, if you all are in practice, okay, or you are in job, before providing any advisory to your client, just learn the notification in a very critical way regarding the 56th GST Council meeting, because this meeting are very simple on first instance, but if you will check the content of this meeting in a detailed way, then you will find it is very crucial and very complex and very important as well from litigation perspective. So I request each one of you, please before providing the advisory, just go through with the notifications in a very critical way. You can say this is the rebirth of the GST law. Okay, so we should be very much careful from that aspect. Yes, a lot of benefits will be there, but how we are going to manage the compliances, how we are going to manage the books of accounts, how we are going to provide advisory to our client, that plays a very important role. Okay, I hope this session will be very helpful for you in your day-to-day practice to provide, to guide your client. Okay, also in this PDF file we have provided approx 70 question and answers as well. Okay, all the discussion which we have done, we have included in the question and answer series. So I request, when you will get this PDF file, just go through with the Q&A, although the PDF file has already been attached in the description box. Okay, so you can download it directly. So I request, just go through with the question and answers, it gives you more clarity. And one more request from my side, don't read answer directly, first read the question, then after go through with the answer and try to identify, try to find out the answer yourself, so that it will develop your analytical skills. Okay, the purpose of the session, because we have designed the PDF file in this way only, the purpose of the session is only that to give you idea, so that you can also develop the analytics regarding the 56th GST Council meeting. You can go for a learning, you can go for an analysis. That is what is the purpose. Also one more thing, sir, as I have not given any deliberation on the rates, so in the description box we have also attached one Excel sheet. In this Excel sheet, what we have done, we have just created the product wise rates, food, tobacco, agriculture. Okay, and we have also given the existing rate and the proposed rate, so that you can get a comparative idea. Okay, so that you can get a comparative idea about the changes which will be there through this 56th GST Council meeting. because on rate there is no requirement to provide any type of deliberation. We have just provided you a Excel sheet. Okay, you just need to go through with the Excel sheet. You just need to check existing, proposed rate. You can also share this Excel sheet with your clients as well, so that they can also get the idea. Okay, so sir, at the end of this session, I just request each one of you, those who are there live, whatever will be your feedback about this 56th GST Council meeting session, please put it in the chat box. This is really very important for me. Okay, or you can say your feedback will be reward for me for this 1 hour session on this 56th GST Council meeting. So I request each one of you, whatever will be your feedback, please put it in the chat box. And yes, definitely we'll meet with you in another session, in another webinar, in another workshop with a new topic, with a new analysis. Thank you once for joining the session. Thank you Text Group for providing the opportunity, and thank you each one of you for joining the session live. Okay, because live viewers are very important. So sir, I'm waiting here for next 1 minute for your valuable feedback, for your valuable suggestions, for your valuable things which you can put in the chat box on YouTube. Now it's your turn. The complete PDF file and Excel file has been attached in the description box, so you can download it from the description box. Thank you once again everyone for your valuable feedback, for your valuable comments. Really, this plays a very important role for me. So thank you once again. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening on this Sunday. Now enjoy your Sunday. Thank you. Bye bye.
नमस्कार सर।